Ladies and gentlemen, Life University proudly presents the winter class of 2022.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join us and remain standing together while one of our graduates, Mr. Jimmy Vong, sings our national anthem. Jimmy?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Congrats, class of 2022, Real hasta la muerte!
Wow. You may be seated. That was pretty good, Jimmy. If you're looking for a little moonlighting, there's a ballpark just down the street that you might be able to have a go at. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Rob Scott, and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as president of Life University. And I'd like to begin our celebration today by expressing our deep appreciation and gratitude for each and every one of you who have joined us on this very special day. Indeed, wonderful to be here in person at the beautiful Cobb Galleria, isn't it? What a great crowd. It's nice to see everyone's face as we celebrate the transformation of these dedicated students into well-prepared graduates taking the next step in life's journey. And if I could encourage our guests while you're in town to please be sure that on a beautiful day like today, if you haven't already, that you stop by our wonderful campus and enjoy all that it has to offer, from the Garden of Lasting Purpose, the Tolerance Statue, Lyceum Park, the Eternal Flame, which is dedicated to Life University's founder, Dr. Sid Williams, and of course, the iconic bell tower. Today, our graduates come from all walks of life, from all 50 states, and in this class, with this unique contribution of students, they represented their nationalities by carrying the flag in today's processional. Absolutely. You know, each of us has come here today having been touched in different ways over the past 2 years with the COVID pandemic, and even more recently with the struggles and the troubling and significant events that are transpiring across the world. So at this time, before we begin our celebrations, I would ask that we observe just a few minutes of silence to contemplate the significance of this day. And in our silence, let's give the thought to those in these troubling times and to all that has brought us here. Let's remember the obstacles overcome, the joys shared with friends and family, and those special people we wish could be with us today but who are missing. So if you join me, please. Thank you. Well, members of the Board of Trustees, our Board Chair, Dr. Kevin Fogarty, Board Member, Dr. Jay Hant, our Life Association representative, Dr. B.J. Harmon, special guests, family, friends, and our distinguished graduates. It is indeed my honor to welcome you to Life University's commencement ceremonies. And we have important work to do today to recognize the accomplishment of the class of March of 2020. So let's get to it. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Tim Gross.
What we do here at Life University sets us apart from all other colleges and universities. No other institution offers what Life does, and we are very proud of our work here, and we're very proud and especially proud of the faculty that work here at Life University who have helped shape and prepare these graduates for career success, life fulfillment, and meaningful contribution. William S. Burroughs, one of America's most influential artists and authors, said this: "The aim of education is knowledge, not of facts, but of values," and we could not agree more. And in support of that premise, a Life University education is rooted in 3 values. Life University's deans and faculty have selected members from their respective colleges who best represent each of these values, and we will recognize these recipients now. For the College of Graduate and Undergraduate Studies, Case Dannon Merritt, and for the College of Chiropractic, Maya Andrea Mann. That's good, it's graduation, it's good to celebrate. They are representing lasting purpose, to live an inner-directed, to give, to do, to love, and to serve out of one's own abundance. For the College of Graduate and Undergraduate Studies, Logan Ryan Gates, and for the College of Chiropractic, Grant M. Eggstadt. They are representing integrity, a state of completeness or wholeness, adherence to a set of values implying wholeness of the body, mind, and spirit, and in relationships with people and the planet. And for the College of Graduate and Undergraduate Studies, Luca Zaccaria, and for the College of Chiropractic, Michael Albert Mangiello. They are representing vitalism, our recognition that the universe itself is self-conscious, and as such, creates itself as a dynamic system wherein living organisms are self-developing, self-healing, and self-maintaining. Lasting purpose, integrity, and vitalism represent the foundation of a Life University education. They reflect our deepest values and are woven throughout every student's academic experience. The concepts of these values reflect the world's most important and far-reaching conversations, and we respect and treat our role in this dialogue with the utmost respect. And now to the business at hand. Life University offers 20 degree programs at the associate's, bachelor's, master's, and professional doctoral levels. Today's commencement ceremony recognizes the accomplishments of those graduating from the College of Graduate and Undergraduate Studies, the College of Online Education, and Life's flagship program, the College of Chiropractic. The Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Business Administration degree is awarded to those who have successfully completed a minimum of 180 quarter credit hours. At this time, it's my pleasure to recognize undergraduate academic honors from this graduating class. For those unfamiliar with the awarding of the honors and just how outstanding these accomplishments are, please refer to your program for explanation. If you would, please stand when I call your name and remain standing. Our salutatorian is Amber N. Bean. Our valedictorian is Catalina Michelle Bartelt. Before I bring our valedictorian up, I'd like to just talk a little bit about them. Catalina is from Miami, Florida, with an exercise science major. She is an All-American and Mid-South Conference champion on our women's wrestling team. In high school, she was the first ever Florida State champion to win the Miami-Dade County. Next fall, she plans to go back to her home state of Florida and become a physician assistant. At this time, I'd like to invite Catalina to the podium to provide the valedictorian address.
Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. The word valedictorian derives from the Latin phrase valedicere, which means farewell or goodbye. When I arrived at Life University, I did not know anyone, but instantly became part of the women's wrestling family. Upon being accepted into this new family, I never could have imagined the friends and relationships I would build throughout the next 4 years. My senior year and this past season have been extremely sentimental, as it has been the slow gathering of my realization that I won't be seeing the same people every day anymore. My time spent here has been full of highs from victories and championships, and lows from injuries and defeats. I came into a wrestling program that was a handful of talented, hardworking girls, but had not achieved anything special academically or athletically. I am proud to leave this program as dual national champions. This has taught me that the contained, constant pressure of hard work eventually pays off. Leaving this program, I am grateful for the opportunity to know the feeling of winning big and accomplishing goals. It is time for us to say goodbye to the 6 a.m. lifts, 5 p.m. classes, and long 3-hour practices. We must move on from this chapter of life and readily prepare for the next one, because this was just the warm-up. In wrestling, my coaches always told us to make the warm-up mimic our first match. That way, when your first match comes along, you already blew your lungs out, shook the nerves, and created a game plan. Graduating college should have been seen as a simulation for the gateway to a master's program or a career opportunity. We are just getting started. Before leaving my house, my dad always told me to make good choices. It was a constant repetitive saying, but appropriate. He would say it before dropping us off at a friend's, taking us to practice, and it was the last thing he told me when he took me to college. Life is a revolving circle around what we choose to do and how we choose to react. We all chose to attend Life University and did what it took to make it here today. Along this path, we have met others that should be here, but didn't make the wise choices and couldn't finish the job. We chose to steer clear of the wrong paths and stayed stubborn to succeed. Many times we remember people for the moments that make them memorable. Today will be memorable because we have made a greatness. Remember this moment as a reward for making the right choices. Always choose wisely, because the next choice you make may define you. There's a quote that my history teacher made me memorize when I was a freshman in high school. Excuses are tools of incompetence that build monuments of nothingness. Those who use them seldom amount to or accomplish anything. This quote hung on the wall of my locker, my book bag, and my bedroom. The basis is that excuses are used by the weak to place blame on other circumstances rather than taking ownership. Each time an excuse is used, more and more excuses are required to stack onto each other, making it a tower of an inevitable nothingness. Eventually, these excuses lessen the value and credibility of a person. Whatever obstacle or hard task that lies ahead, be true to your words and actions without making them. Be accountable to yourself and take pride in your achievements. Learn from your mistakes and become the best version of yourself. Congratulations.
Thank you, Catalina. And now I'd like to ask Dr. Kathy Faust, Dean of the College of Graduate and Undergraduate Studies, to present the candidates for the bachelor's degree to President Scott.
Mr. President, the candidates of the bachelor's degree have completed all academic requirements of Life University and come highly recommended by the faculty and administration to receive their degree. It is with great pleasure that I present these candidates to you for the conferring of the degrees.
Catalina Michelle Bartelt, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Amber N. Bean, summa cum laude, salutatorian. Caitlin A. Abuset, Nicole Denise Atkinson. Cynthia Cardenas, cum laude. Ian Andrew Clark. Zachary Riles Connor, magna cum laude. Mackenzie Jade Cruey. Christina Von Dans, magna cum laude. Tracy L. Davis. Skylar Love Dickerson, magna cum laude. Zachary Cole Dowell. Emmanuel Espinosa. Angela Maria Franco. Fiona Claire Gallagher. Allison Marie Russell. Andrew Edmund Gibbons. Reese Gonzalez Medina, cum laude. Cameron Robert Good, magna cum laude. Fabiola Oyo Figueroa, cum laude. Brianna Kellen. Sarah Kolek. Annette Mayoro. Melanie Maldonado Diaz. Christopher Matamoros. Case Dannon Merritt, cum laude. Tendai Ryoga, Sigma Beta Delta. Luis Eugenio Rivera Izquierdo, cum laude. Anthony A. Rogers. Aaliyah Shaylani Alicia Sangster, cum laude. Samantha Page Thornton. Luca Zaccaria, magna cum laude. David Timothy Keller. Derek Gabriel Gonzalez Blasquez. Maria Cristina Ceja. Etleen Vanessa Dianira Winterdahl. Ashia Dina Florvillis. Carissa Joy Lacey, magna cum laude.
Do you feel that? The pride in reaching this moment. The joy in knowing we did it together. We've explored the potential in ourselves. Potential to learn, to grow, to love, to serve. We've discovered purpose in our passion. Purpose that pushes, that challenges, that transforms. And now we go out from here, knowing that everything we want to do, we can do.
In commencement ceremonies, there are typically 3 parts. For our College of Undergraduate and Graduate students, there's the legal part, the conferring the degree, and at the end of our program, we'll do a symbolic part of changing the tassels. And on our College of Chiropractic side, there's one additional part. It's the ethical part with the chiropractic oath. So as we go through this conferring degree, the legal part, if I can ask the audience to please applause, but we'll really have a celebration at the end after we do the symbolic part. So at this time, if I could ask our bachelor's and degree candidates to please stand, and associates, while I confer the degree. With the recommendation of the faculty and the administration, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Life University and the state of Georgia, I hereby confer upon you the respective bachelor's degree with all of its rights and responsibilities thereunto. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Life University also confers 3 master-level degrees: Master of Science in Sport Health Science, a Master in Science in Positive Psychology, and a Master of Science in Clinical Nutrition. The master's degree is conferred to candidates who have successfully completed a minimum of 52 quarter credit hours and completed post-baccalaureate work, along with any additional requirements for their particular specialty or concentration. This time, I'd like to ask Dr. Faust back to the podium to present the candidates for the master's degree to President Scott.
Mr. President, the candidates for the master's degree have completed all academic requirements of Life University and come highly recommended by the faculty and administration to receive their degree. It is with great pleasure that I present these candidates to you for the conferring of their degree.
Lindsay Thrush Ellis. Angel R. Gonzalez. Elisa Sierra Harrell. Lauren A. Johnson. Matthew Leonard Perry. Teresa Smith Starr.
Masters. Now that's a word with a nice ring to it. We've worked, studied, practiced, and trained to master knowledge that transforms lives, that facilitates healing, that unleashes potential, that frees minds. We are visionaries, making the impossible possible. We are masters of life.
You know, after all the studies that our students have been through at Life University, speaking from experience, they're not going to really remember the detail or even the name of some of the classes they've taken 10, 15 years from now. But they will remember very fondly the relationship and experience that they had with the individuals who shared time in the classes and providing them the education at Life University. Life University is its faculty, and they contribute in remarkably important ways to the experience of our students and their success in life. So at this time, if I could ask the Life University faculty to please stand so that we can recognize you for your accomplishment and contribution to this important day. Please stand. Well deserved. Thank you. And at this time, if I could ask the master's degree candidates to please stand while I confer the degree. With the recommendation of the faculty and the administration, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Life University in the state of Georgia, I hereby confer upon each of you the master's degree with all of its rights and responsibilities thereunto. Congratulations.
Life University is also proud to confer the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic on candidates who have successfully completed the rigorous requirements for graduation. The program contains over 4,900 hours of instruction, which includes 5 academic years of study, successful completion of all required and elective coursework, and a 1.5 year long clinic experience. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the recipients of honors for this graduating class. So if you would, please stand and remain standing when I call your name. The recipient for the Chiropractic Philosophy Distinction Award is Logan G. Calvert. Our salutatorian is Andrea Refojos Liano. And our valedictorian, Madeline Quinn McCole. Before I bring our valedictorian up, I'd like to just share a little bit about them. Madeline, or Maddie, hails from Saratoga Springs, New York. She discovered her passion for caregiving in high school working with critically ill children at the Double H Ranch. She went on to earn a bachelor's degree in science in nutrition studies from Falk College at Syracuse University, and later became a certified yoga instructor. Maddie is grateful for her professors, mentors, and the friendship she has made at Life University. In addition to advocating for health and wellness, she enjoys hiking, reading, and cuddling with her cats. She will miss Georgia's warm people and the weather, but is very much looking forward to returning home to Saratoga to start her chiropractic degree. So if you would, at this time, please welcome Madeline to the podium to give the valedictorian address.
Good afternoon and welcome, esteemed professors, doctors, parents, family and friends, and graduates of the class of 2022. And welcome to those of you watching online and supporting us from a distance. I was told I should open with a joke, and if my grandpa were up here, I'm sure he would have you all laughing. But he is watching online, and it's actually distance and connection that I'd like to talk to you about today. When we arrived at Life University, we were told this is a campus of first recognition. When you encounter someone in your path, you are encouraged to speak first and greet the other person. This simple gesture, a warm hello, closes the distance between you. Although I was skeptical about this at first, I have seen this tradition make everyone here feel welcome and connected. Under this basic philosophy, we thrive together as one community. This positive and supportive environment has kept us going through coffee-fueled 7 a.m.s, late-night study sessions, board exams, and learning the 10 million steps to side posture. Soon after, however, we found ourselves isolated and alone as a result of the pandemic. In-person classes shifted online, and overnight we went from practicing with our peers to practicing on family members while quarantining at home. We watched as suffering people around the globe were forced to learn what we had already discovered here. Human connection is healing connection. Bridging distance between each other in whatever way possible is life-sustaining. Through our training here, we have been given a gift. We have been taught how to make vital connections both within ourselves and to one another. We understand the power that made the body heals the body. We recognize the true value of reaching out from within to close the distance between us, how to help someone else go from just existing to truly thriving, and turn just getting by into something really extraordinary. No one has all of the answers, but we have been given the knowledge and tools to solve these and other problems. Perhaps most importantly, our experiences during the past several years have taught us that compassion and connection are crucial to building these bridges. Together, humanity is emerging from the COVID-19 pandemic, and we hope soon the people of war-torn Ukraine will be free from oppression and unspeakable violence. Going forward, it will be our responsibility to make sure the hard lessons learned here will not be lost. We wouldn't be here today, of course, without the support of our parents, partners, family, friends, and mentors. They cheered us on as we successfully navigated Bordini and Fox exams, lab practicals, and finally retired our worn-out blue clinic coats. Let's take a moment to acknowledge everyone here and afar who love and support us with a round of applause. So now, we too must emerge from this community and carry its vitalistic force forward. We will make the changes the world needs next. We will make life-altering connections and build bridges between one another. We will help to ignite the innate. And no matter what your discipline, your focus, or technique, we are forever united through Life University's underlying principles. We go forth now to give, to do, to love, to serve, and to fulfill our lasting purpose. Congratulations again to the graduating class of Winter 2022.
Great job. Thank you, Madeline. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Michael Clustereth, the Dean of the College of Chiropractic, to present the candidates to Dr. President Scott.
Mr. President, the candidates for the Doctor of Chiropractic degree have completed all academic requirements of the university and demonstrated excellence appropriate to the highest degree Life University bestows. With the recommendation of the faculty and administration, I am honored to present these candidates to you for the conferring of the Doctor of Chiropractic degree.
Madeline Quinn McCall, summa cum laude, valedictorian. Andrea Refojos Liano, summa cum laude, salutatorian. Alicia Ann Ashton, magna cum laude. Terry Kristen Barrington Sanchez. Derek Gabriel Gonzalez Blasquez. Legend born, cum laude. Samantha Broussard. Logan G. Calvert, Chiropractic Philosophy Distinction. Maria Cristina Ceja. Kiani Ave Eureka Williams Clark Zai, magna cum laude. She is accompanied by Dr. Carol Knowles. Jasek Serwinski, magna cum laude. Kenya Trinette DeAndre Davis, cum laude. Joseph Placido D. Francesco. He is accompanied by his father, Dr. Patrick D. Francesco. Sergio de la Mota Betancourt. Kyle Joseph Doyle, summa cum laude. Grant Michael Eichstedt, cum laude. Christopher Joel Figueroa Alvarez, cum laude. William Figueroa Santana, summa cum laude. Nikki T. Fisher. Harry Florent. Ashia Dina Florvillis. Jorian J. Few, summa cum laude, accompanied by Dr. Winston Carhey and Dr. Shantae Carhey. Sabrina Renee Lakeye Fullen. Garrett Cody Funderburg, summa cum laude. Sydney Danielle Gaines, summa cum laude. Samantha Louise Garlick, magna cum laude. Adam Munir Gadban, magna cum laude. Deja Rakia Glenn. Samantha L. Galway, summa cum laude. Landon Kane Hale, cum laude. Taylor Danielle Parrish, summa cum laude. Talisa Hines Hart, Alpha Delta Epsilon. Courtney Henson, magna cum laude. Alondra E. Hernandez Leon. Dean William Hotham, magna cum laude. Tracy Laura Huffman, magna cum laude. Jordan DeLos Hutzel. He's accompanied by his father, Dr. Mark Hutzel. Arim Cristina Iglesias Rivera, summa cum laude. Caleb David Jacobs. He is accompanied by his father, Dr. Chad Jacobs, his uncle, Dr. Randy Jacobs, and his aunt, Dr. Carla Jacobs. That was sweet. J. Cum laude. Celine Monet Jameson, Alpha Delta Upsilon. Royce Devin Cantner. He is accompanied by his father, Dr. Ronald Cantner. David Timothy Keller. Jude Marley Kernizan, magna cum laude. Miranda Taylor Kiff. Michelle Renee Klein, summa cum laude. Christopher Olufemi Coletti, cum laude. Carissa Joy Lacey, cum laude. Gregory J. Latanzi, summa cum laude. Catherine Mary Lederer, magna cum laude. Jessica Marie Leverins, cum laude. She is accompanied by her mom, Dr. Brandy Leverins, and her dad, Dr. Ben Leverins. Emily Louise Loftus, cum laude. Abby Mace, cum laude. Steinar Aron Magnusson, cum laude. Kenzie Mariah Mahoney, summa cum laude. Maya Andrea Mann, summa cum laude. Kate Ann Masterson, summa cum laude. Mitchell Reed Materna, summa cum laude. William Ferris McGee, summa cum laude. Jean C. Medina Diaz, cum laude. Reginald Bernard Mims Jr. He's accompanied by his uncle, Dr. Derek Frazier, his cousin, Dr. Malcolm Young, another cousin, Dr. Brian Harper, and one more cousin, Dr. Tyler Ridley. Michael Albert Mongello, summa cum laude. He is accompanied by his father, Dr. Robert Mongello, and his stepfather, Dr. Elliot Saltz. Casman Moses. Noah Nikolai, magna cum laude. He's accompanied by his father, Dr. Michael Nikolai, his uncle, Dr. Charles Nikolai, and his uncle, another uncle, Dr. Tom Nikolai. Tyler David Nygren. He is accompanied by Dr. Nicole Nygren. Molly Elizabeth O'Hara, magna cum laude. Thomas Oliver, magna cum laude. Rachel Nicole O'Rear, summa cum laude. Julie Anna Owens, magna cum laude. Dwayne Irwin Parker. James Garrett Penna, cum laude. Carolyn Alexandra Perez, summa cum laude. Kerrigan Lynn Peters, magna cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth Pierce, cum laude. Olivia Nicole Young Pompa, magna cum laude. She is accompanied by Dr. Daniel Pompa. Stephanie Quiñones Davila, summa cum laude. Jacqueline Elaine Quinto, cum laude. Jordan Ashley Rawson. Sarah Juliet Risha, cum laude, Alpha Delta Upsilon. Camille Andrea Rivera Sandoval, summa cum laude. Max Rock, magna cum laude. Kenneth X. Rodriguez Diaz, summa cum laude. Ivan Rodriguez Vega, magna cum laude. Brittany Ann Rohr, summa cum laude. Enil G. Roland Resto, cum laude. Gerardo J. Rosales.
Let's go, Jerry!
Devin Michael Rosso, cum laude. Allison Marie Russell. Rachel Sambursky, cum laude. Calvin Charles Saunders, magna cum laude. Rebecca Lauren Saunders, magna cum laude. William Jason Schuler, summa cum laude. Hunter McDonald Scotthorn, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Christine Skipper, summa cum laude. Tiffany Regina Smart, Alpha Delta Upsilon. Allison Marie Smith, magna cum laude. Christopher Gary Stewart, summa cum laude. Selena Suliberes, summa cum laude. Benjamin Ryan Summerlin, cum laude. La Rachel Lachey Sutton, cum laude. Maria John Moena Temples, magna cum laude. Marita Raquel Thompson, cum laude. Bryson R. Thorpe, cum laude. There he is again. Jimmy Vong, magna cum laude. Desiree Antoinette Laverne Warren. Rebecca Lee Webster, summa cum laude. Alicia White, summa cum laude. Richard Allen Wildermuth. Monet K. Wilson, cum laude. Etleen Vanessa Dianira Winterdahl, cum laude. Adam L. Silberman, cum laude.
Doctor of Chiropractic. We've been waiting 4 years to hear those 3 words. And now that we're here, the real work begins. Because we are not just doctors of chiropractic, we are doctors of chiropractic from Life University. We are part of a legacy of profession-shifting, world-changing, visionary work. Work that realizes our own innate power and frees the expression of perfection within.
That was fun. We had sirens in the back. First I've had that. For those up front, there was a whole row of fatheads being held up back there. That was awesome. We also had something that I wanted to share with you because you noticed many of our graduates were accompanied to the stage by either members of the family or close friends who are also graduates of health sciences universities, and particularly in chiropractic. And we think it just deeply symbolizes the commitment of family in the healing profession in Life University. So thank you to them. If I could have our Doctor of Chiropractic degree candidates please stand while I confer the degree. I haven't conferred it yet. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the administration, and by the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Life University in the state of Georgia, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree Doctor of Chiropractic with all of its rights and responsibilities thereunto. You may be seated.
What is it? It's in the way you work, the way you play, the way there's no difference between the two. It's in the long hours of training, of practice, of working until everyone else has long since quit. It's in the way our minds dream, the way our hands...
There's another first. You know, one of our valedictorians was talking about distance, and it's so true because, you know, one of the things that the last couple of years have shown us and we've come to appreciate is that, you know, being a community doesn't necessarily mean having to share the same proximity. Would you agree? And this realization is going to come in handy when you leave here today. You know, Maxwell Maltz, the famous surgeon and author of the book Psycho-Cybernetics, said that your mind can't tell the difference between something that's real and something imagined vividly and in great detail. So during those days and months that lie ahead, when you begin to feel a little distance and missing your friends here at Life University, we want to leave you with just a little something that you can use as an anchor to bring yourself back to life and the friends that you've made.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Ooh, yeah. I said, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine. Yeah, other arms they reach out for me. Yeah. Other eyes smile tenderly. In peaceful dreams I see the road lead back to you. Georgia, Georgia, Georgia. No peace I find, no, no, just an old sweet song. It keeps Georgia on my mind, yeah, yeah. Just an old sweet song. It keeps Georgia on my mind, yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you, and congratulations to all of you. Congratulations on your success. Many more years to come. Just want to do this for you. Listen. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more backwards thinking. Time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There is so much hatred, war and poverty. Yeah, Miss Patty Maca.
Wake up, all you teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say. 'Cause they're the ones who are coming up. The world is in your hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. Oh.
The world won't get no better if we just let it be. No, 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 no. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah. Just you and me. Oh, come on. Wake up, all your doctors. Make the old people well. They're the ones who suffer. You can help to make them well. For they don't have so very long for the judgment day. Won't you make them happy before they pass away? Yeah.
Wake up, all you builders, time to build a new land. I know he can do it if we all lend a hand. The only thing we have to do is put it in the minds. Surely things will work out, 'cause they do every time.
The world won't get no better if we just let it be. No, 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 no. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah. Just you and me. You and me. You and me. Oh, yeah, yeah. Everybody,
No more sleeping in bed. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed.
wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in
No more
bed.
sleeping
Here we go,
in
y'all.
bed.
Wake up, everybody.
Wake up, everybody.
Everybody.
Wake up, everybody.
Everybody.
Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody.
Wake up, everybody.
Yeah. Ontario Bland, everybody.
Thank you, Miss Patty Mac.
Congratulations, guys. Where we going?
Ontario Bland and Miss Patty Mack, thank you. Boy, the words are pretty prophetic. The world won't get no better, it's just let it be. Never rang more true than today. It's my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, someone who needs no introduction here at Life University. He has a building named after him. He served the chiropractic profession for almost 50 years as an innovator, an educator, and president of 2 institutions, including my predecessor here at Life, where he served for 15 years as president and chancellor. As a result of his contributions, significant contributions to Life University, the board bestowed the honorary title of Chancellor Emeritus here at Life. Since that time, he has gone on back into the private sector as an innovator and entrepreneur, doing what Dr. Reekman does best. It's my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Guy Reekman.
Every time I hear Orlando and Patty do that Ray Charles and John Legend, those songs, I feel like we should just go home, right? It's been done. I was also thinking, someone came across the stage today and stopped to shake my hand, a chiropractor, reminded me of my first chiropractic intern when I was a student in 1969 at Palmer College, Dr. Ted Spielis. And I quickly flash forward. I've been to a lot of graduations, both in this capacity as a commencement speaker and in Dr. Scott's capacity as the host, if you will, graduating students. I tried to keep track of them one time. I was counting them up the other night, and just doing what Dr. Scott did, I got to 106 and quit counting. I've been to a lot of graduations. And they're kind of like weddings. Each one of them has a unique factor. You know, you try to plan it perfectly. You think everything's going to go off as it should. And then there's always something along the way during the course of the ceremony that tells you otherwise. I remember at my wedding, I graduated from Palmer College on a Friday, got married on Saturday, and was in practice on Monday. At my wedding, my younger brother was driving my wife's best friend to the reception afterwards. They had a massive automobile accident. She broke both her legs. It sort of made that wedding unique. And every graduation I've been to has been equally as unique. I had the opportunity one time of handing a diploma to a chiropractor. He was almost 90 years of age. He had to miss his graduation ceremony in 1949 because his boss wouldn't let him off work to come to graduation. And so we got to, almost 50 years later, hand him his diploma as a 90-year-old man walking across the stage. I've handed out diplomas to dogs, for example. One of them, a dog that was the C&I part of a chiropractor who went through school as a blind student, completed as a fabulous chiropractor, but that dog sat through every single class that he sat through it. When he came across, we had a great diploma that we hung across his neck. I've seen a lot of things. Some of them good, some of them not so great. The last graduation that I let someone else run was a 3-hour graduation. They should never be that, by the way, folks. A 3-hour graduation. The speaker was supposed to speak for 17 minutes. He spoke for 40, and the last 10 minutes were fart jokes. So you know what? I was sitting over here thinking, what's unique about this graduation? It is without question, the loudest graduation I have ever been at. So. And it seems it's going to continue. So I don't know what she has, but I want some of that. So one thing about graduations, they do have some things in common, however. And I think probably the thing they have most in common is that we're here to celebrate achievement, yes? On the broadest level, celebrate achievement. You know, only 1 in 3 people in the United States today has a bachelor's degree. Only 1 in 10 has a master's degree. And only 2 out of 100 have a doctorate degree. And of course, that's to be celebrated. But you're also, I have a feeling, celebrating what's coming next, the expectation of what's going to happen because of this diploma and time you've put in. But really, I think the course of the next couple decades of your life is really to define, if you'll allow me, what success is. For some people, it's a huge practice. It's making a lot of money. My daughter and son-in-law are both chiropractors in California. They own 100 clinics, right? My son-in-law, who's competitive, said that he never felt he'd be successful till he had 100 clinics. For some people, it's to teach. I have so much admiration for the faculty that works here. My first teaching job was at Sherman College of Chiropractic in 1975. And you're going to say this is just simply because of inflation. It wasn't. We were getting paid the grand sum of $14,000 a year. Because we were there to do something bigger than just make money. For some of you, honestly, you may find out that it really is about family or some combination of those things. I have a second family now. At 72 years of age, I never thought I'd have a 13-year-old, a 10-year-old, and an 8-year-old. That just was not on my life game board, right, when I was putting that together. For some of you, and I know a lot of the people on this stage, like Dr. Hant and Dr. Fogarty, it's about cause. It's about being committed to a cause. It's that crazy line that says, if you're not called crazy when you get ready to do something, you're just not playing big enough. And a lot of people on this stage have been called crazy. In fact, one of our board members found out that his issue for success was spiritual. Dr. Randy Odell, fabulous chiropractor, member of the Board of Trustees at Life University, decided that he had to give up his practice as much as he loves chiropractic and become a minister and devote himself to that. I saw an interview the other day with Kid Rock on television. It was a great interview. And I didn't realize he was one of the few artists in the world that refused to sign with any of the big labels, even though they offered and dangled millions and millions and millions of dollars in front of him. Because he said this, he said, I wanted to live the way I wanted to live. I didn't want to be beholden to anybody. And that was success for him. He also said he gets up every morning at 3:30 a.m. Just so you think it's time to coast, those of you who are graduating today. Gets up every morning at 3:30 a.m., writes music, composes till 7, then works out with a friend for an hour and a half, has breakfast. At 10 o'clock, he's in the studio until 6 p.m. every single day. And someone said, how do I get to be successful as you? He goes, you never will be, because I always work harder than you work. Yeah. So the question is, how are you going to define success when you leave here? Family, money, spiritual endeavors, cause, being in control of your life and doing it the way you want to do it? Could I suggest, and I hate these graduation talks where they give lists of things you should do, but allow me to suggest 3 things. Number 1, you've got to find out what success means to you. And the first thing you're going to have to do is figure out how to look inside, because that's not going to come from outside of you. I had my first marriage, like so many of them, just 2 dumb kids, got married long before we should, and we're still best friends decades later. But we went to see a psychologist. She drugged me in there so that the psychologist would tell me how bad I was. I went just to appease her. The psychologist didn't do either of those things. She got so mad she quit, but the psychologist was such a genius, I decided to see her every week for 7 years. A fabulous woman named Annette Long. And she took me on a journey from outside my world to inside my world that changed me forever. How do you know how to look inside and know what's right? And by the way, every one of us, every day, with every decision we make, we always know what's right and wrong. The question is whether we're going to do it or not. It always comes from the inside. And the second thing is, as you begin to get some insight as to what's important to you, I think one of the things you're going to find is that what's really important are the values that you carry in life. I love this graduation at Life University, honoring things like vitalism and integrity and lasting purpose. You heard it from all the speakers when they came up on stage. And I have to tell you, the more clear you get, the easier it gets to know what's right and wrong and what to do in the world. I love Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise and A Few Good Men. I think it's an appropriate line here. Are we clear? Very clear. If you can get very clear, you're going to have the answers to the issues that showed up. People always ask us these days why we were so right at Life University, why Dr. Scott and the team were so right at Life University when it came to the issues of COVID. Certainly they had to accommodate the institution because of some of the craziness that was going on in the world. But in the end, as we look back over the last 2 years, we have a different perspective on what happened in our society. We realize that everyone didn't die from COVID. And I have to tell you, a couple of my very dear friends did. I'm not minimizing it. But we also came to realize that there were risk factors associated with it, that we told people way ahead of time while they were panicked. It's about, can you control your weight? Do you get exercise? Do you eat well? Do you have an effective immune system? And one of the biggest ones, do you live in fear? And so, students, as you graduate from here today, you're leaving with the skills in your particular disciplines to handle those kinds of issues. John Hopkins has now validated what we said 2 years ago when things were just starting. That it wasn't about masks and differences. I heard someone say the other day, based on social distancing, when the pool opens up, lanes 1, 3, and 5 will be empty. We now know that that wasn't the issue. We now know that it was about natural immunity, that people with natural immunity, according to John Hopkins, have 2.5 times greater ability and immunity to fight this thing off. And we also realized, based on our values, that it wasn't just about physical well-being. We've come to realize now that true health is also about social and mental well-being. When the World Health Organization says that health is a state of optimum physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease and infirmity, we understand at Life University what that means. And so while everyone was worried about the physical ramifications, we forgot to remember the social and mental ramifications of how we conducted our culture. And today, I think most people are recognizing we have a whole generation of damaged children from the decisions that we made. Say, how did we know that? How did we know all those things and profess them when they weren't popular in January and February of 2020? The answer is our values. They're really beautiful at Life. We believe that living things have this intelligent self-ability to self-develop, self-generate, self-repair, self-heal, and self-adapt. That the nervous system controls function, and that if you interfere with the nervous system, you get malfunction and disease and a reduced quality of life. And that there are 3 interferences to the nervous system: physical traumas, emotional stresses, and environmental toxins. Students, all of the degree programs at Life University are designed to handle some aspect of eliminating interferences to those 3 traumas to the body, so the body can be this beautiful, intelligent, self-developing, self-healing, self-maintaining mechanisms. Are you clear? Very. And I think the third thing, besides looking inside and being clear on values, is then to ask ourselves the question, what kind of citizen am I going to be in this culture? And there's really 4 levels, and you get to choose. The lowest level of citizenship is to have an informed opinion. Watch, we all have opinions, yes, about everything we see. Have you an informed opinion, or is it just a political? Is it an emotional opinion? Have you done the research? Have you looked at the data? Do you have an informed opinion? And then the second level of citizenship is, are you willing to take the time to go out and vote your opinion? To put the people in that reflect, to the largest degree possible at least, your values. And then the third level of citizenship, are you willing to contribute your time, your effort, and your money to the things that you believe in. As John Lewis said, speak up. Go out and get into and create some good trouble. Are you willing to spend your money and your effort and time creating good trouble in society? And finally, the highest level of citizenship is the willing to give up your life for the things that are most precious to you, your loved ones. I read all this stuff in the news, on my news feed all the time about parents abusing their children, killing their children. I know that goes on in the world. That's not my world. The people I know, like myself, that if it came necessary, we'd step in front of our children, our loved ones, and give up our life for them. Yes? Are we willing to give up our life for our values? One of them so precious to us is individual freedom. I know a lot of us get a little cynical and, get a little tired of honoring people that are serving in the military every time they approach the Delta desk to check in. But I have to tell you, it's not about that. That's the political end of it. It's about people that have said, I'd be willing to give up my life if I had to protect the individual values that we believe in. And then finally, are we willing to give up our lives to the things we believe in? Today, more than ever, we're seeing some remarkable things coming out of Ukraine. And I don't want to make a political statement, but I do want to comment on it. And I understand there's a lot of controversy about President Zelensky and, whether he's a tyrant and a dictator or a hero. But the bottom line is we see certain actions. There were 13 Ukrainians on a small island called Snake Island. Sitting offshore was a Russian naval carrier. They gave them the command, surrender or we're going to blast you off the face of the earth. And the radio message that went back was, go F yourself. And they did. They unloaded on them. There was a guy who was part of a team. They had to go wire a bridge up with explosives to stop the advancing Russian army as it was moving towards cities. They were down wiring this bridge up, and all of a sudden the Russian army showed up before they were supposed to. The question is, am I going to get out of here knowing the army will probably get across the bridge, or am I going to stand here and blow it up? And the man sent a message, tell my family I love them. And shortly after that, almost immediately, they heard the explosion. Zelensky said when the United States offered him a way to escape the country, he said, I need ammunition, I don't need a ride. I need ammunition, I don't need a ride. So students, you're getting ready to graduate today. Are you willing to look the future face to face, eye to eye, toe to toe? A future and a culture sometimes that doesn't hold your same values? Are you willing to take a stand for those values and say, hey, I just need the ammunition, I'm not here to get a ride? If you are, then when you walked across the stage today and accepted your diploma, that wasn't a diploma, that was your marching orders. Chiropractic students, you're about ready to take an oath. It's not just words, it's something that you're giving your word and your integrity to. And if you're not willing to honor that word, honor what we're going to talk about, the marching orders that you're leaving here with, please don't voice the oath. Because it is just that, it's your commitment. It's time for all of us to look inside, be clear on our values, and decide to be the highest level of citizen that we possibly can be. So proud to be here today with you graduates and to be able to call you, at this point, colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Reekman. Words to live by. Chiropractic candidates, if you're willing to take the marching orders that Dr. Reekman spoke of, I'd have you stand and repeat the chiropractic oath. This is your last test. It's an open book test. It's in your folder so you can follow along. Repeat after me. In accordance with the law of nature, that law which God has prescribed to all humankind, and in consequences of my dedication to the health of humankind, by the application of that law, I promise and swear to keep the following oath to the best of my ability and judgment. I state your name. Will observe and practice every acknowledged rule of professional conduct in relation to my profession, my patients, my colleagues, and myself. I will keep an open mind regarding the progress of my profession, provided that this progression shall not be confined within the boundaries of the chiropractic science, philosophy, and art. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither their confidence nor their dignity, and in my association with patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I shall regard and refer to my fellow chiropractor with honor, giving credit where it is due. I shall improve my knowledge and skill, firm in my resolution to justify the responsibility which the degree Doctor of Chiropractic symbolizes and imposes. To all this I pledge myself, knowing that these ideals are prescribed by the dictates of reason alone. Congratulations, doctors. Please be seated.
What is it? It's in the way you work, the way you play, the way there's no difference between the two. It's in the long hours of training, of practice, of working until everyone else has long since quit. It's in the way our minds dream, the way our hands heal, the way our hearts feel. We carry it with us in labs and clinics, classrooms and training rooms. You see it when you give, when you do, when you love, when you serve. It's in the way I became we, the way you became us. It's in this place, in the air around us. It's in the space between it all. It was in you before, it's in you now, and it will be with you as you move forward.
If I could have all of our degree candidates please rise. At this time, I'll ask our graduates to please turn your tassels from left to right and turn to present yourselves as the graduating class of March 2020. Congratulations, and our newest doctors of chiropractic.
In closing, today is a day of celebration, but before we do close, I would like for you to reflect just for a minute on a phrase you've heard several times today. The President conferred upon you each a degree with all the privileges and responsibilities. These rights and privileges bring with them significant responsibilities, responsibilities to make good use of your earned knowledge, skills, and values. Today you join a long line of distinguished Life University alumni who have taken that responsibility seriously and worked to make the world a better place. We hope when you leave here today, you leave with a deep, deep appreciation of your time here at Life University and a strong commitment to life's values of lasting purpose, integrity, and vitalism, and to put your education, your energy, and your enthusiasm to good use and make the world a better place. And I would add to recall the advice of your undergraduate valedictorian, make good choices. Enjoy today, but tomorrow there's work to do. Congratulations.